Okay, hey guys, today I'm just doing a rather large haul video of everything I've picked up since Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and it's been a long series of purchases. We went to 2 car boot sales on Sunday and Monday because it's a bank holiday, and we picked up loads of stuff, so I'm just going through everything I bought. Actually, not technically everything I bought, because now in the middle of this video, because I've got even more stuff since then, there is a large amount of free stuff. I might end up breaking this video up, I suppose. There is a large amount of free stuff, so wait around for that, because it is the most bizarre assortment of just random tat ever that they were giving away at the end of the second car boot sale. So first of all, the first car boot sale was in Redcar, so we checked out the charity shops before that. So the first couple of things I bought, well, the first thing I bought was a copy of Hellboy for 50p, just because I wanted it myself. We then went to British Heart Foundation, the 3 for a £1 deal. We got sealed Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Extreme Royal Collections, and 4 classic episodes of Flash Gordon. None of those are selling for anywhere near as much as you might have hoped, but we basically got those because they were sealed. And I also bought a copy of Moulin Rouge, which for a 2-disc CD again isn't worth very much, and a sealed copy of Singing in the Rain. And the third one for that was another copy of Hellboy, because we couldn't decide on anything, but I was kind of annoyed that I'd paid 50p for one and could have paid 33p, so I thought, hey, let's get another one, sell one of them. So that was the first couple of things we got. Then we went to Redcar Car Boots sale, and I was sort of looking at a woman's she had a couple of bits of media and stuff on the table, so I had a quick look. I noticed The Sims and The Sims House Party, The Sims Deluxe Edition, which is the one that we had when we were kids, so I kind of want to check that out myself. And American Pie Reunion as well. She was doing 3 for 50p, so I thought, yeah, we'll take them. This sells for about £4 just for the expansion part, so hopefully we can get like at least a £5 on that, and that should be some really cool stuff. Hope this video isn't too dingy, because in typical fashion the light has gone away now that I've come to do this. Oh, everything's falling all over the place. The next thing we picked up were from a lovely gentleman and presumably his granddaughter. These were Arthur action figures, which were a bit different. Wasn't really expecting to come across these. Originally wanted £1 each for them, but after we sort of ummed and ahed, they offered 50p instead. Took them for 50p each. There's some really cool stuff. Right there, because I'll keep them for myself. They're, like I say, they're really cool stuff. I think the next thing I bought after that was my biggest purchase, which was a £9 Yamaha keyboard. As you can see from the keyboard that was already on my desk, it's you know, I'm a bit of a music man, so I thought I'd pick this up for just £9. I've been needing to get a new hardware synth anyway. It's got some cool sounds to it. I don't think it's a groundbreaking piece of kit, but it is Yamaha, so for £9 it was worth trying. Another 3 for 50p, we got Santa Claus the Movie. These Blu-rays are always worth picking up for if you can get them for like nothing. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. So I figured bundle them together, that's surely at least a £5 out of it. So yeah, surely they must go for something decent. The last couple of things we got from that car boot sale were just random bits. So like, there was a 10p bucket, and I kind of like the look of this snowman, so I picked him up. He's adorable. I got a old refuse truck. This was actually off my cousin. She had a stall, she just let me take it. It's literally called Trash Truck. It is a Hot Wheels. This is for Gaslands and stuff like that. I love battered vehicles for that kind of stuff. We'll just put it over there with all its mates. And the last thing we got, also 10p, was a Simpsons game for Wii. Now this is actually kind of an expensive game, so I've got high hopes for that. I'm very happy we managed to pick that up for 10p, to be honest. At the second car boot sale in Stokesley, there was a lot of what was lacking in the Redcar one, which was a which is a big purchase for me, is wrestling figures. These are things that I either resell or use to make animations with. So yeah, I mean there was wrestling figures there at Redcar, but they were kind of like so expensive or just in such bad condition it wasn't worth it. In this instance, very early on, we found a stall run by a lovely woman, and she had a bucket that was 8 for £1 deal. So we just cherry picked all the wrestling accessories out of it. There was an ECW title, there's a slightly broken classic title, there was a World Tag Team title, so I thought that was worth picking up. I only ever had one of them. That one's a bit battered, but yeah. An Undisputed title, which I'm hoping someone will pick up. Despite the fact these are all jacks, I'm sure there's still some money in them. The Intercontinental title, again, this is quite a well-liked title, even if it is jacks, so hopefully that's going to go. We also got a crutch and a step ladder, because I thought, well, surely we can have a laugh with that, with some kind of animation. And the last thing I got out of that one, well, the first thing I picked up was this light heavyweight title, because I wanted one of these anyway. I've wanted one for a while. These were about £3 on eBay. It is broken, and I have tried to swap it with one of the others, but it wasn't happening. So yeah, so all that was £1, so I wasn't really arguing with that. Oh god, if anything, I think the lighting's getting worse. It's just raining more and more the longer I'm doing this. Anyway, I'm gonna press on. So then after that, I went to look through the woman's actual wrestlers. She had 2 huge tubs of them. And the first one I gravitated to was one that was literally on the top of one of the tubs, which was this Goldberg, which I've literally just sold on eBay for £5. Not this one, I mean I'd already literally just sold one. This one's missing the knee pads, but I doubt that's going to devalue it in any way. This was incredibly badly marked, which is why I haven't listed it again on eBay yet. I've tidied it up really well, if I say so myself. It's actually really nice. He used to have like loads of black marks on the head and stuff. Even if I say so myself, he's tidied up really well. So for £1, I was willing to have another shot at selling him again. I also got a basic Cesaro, just because, especially compared to some of the stuff in that jumble, it was in incredible condition, and it really is. Like, the joints are great. There was a couple of marks on his legs that came off like absolutely no problem, so I just picked him up. I picked him up mostly to round the rest to a £5. We also got Elix Skipper, because I didn't know who he was, but for a TNA figure, the joints on this thing are in really good nick, and I thought a TNA figure is just an elite, really. At the end of the day, I can always repackage him as my own character, or repackage Elix Skipper as someone else, you know, whatever. We also got a Billy Kidman. This guy's interesting. This guy, again, I got him because I didn't ever have him myself. He's actually in really good condition as well, and there weren't any of him loose on eBay, so I've just chucked him up for £6. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And the last thing I got was I think this is the first Toy Biz Raven. Now I'm excited about this guy because I wasn't planning on keeping him at first. I just thought he'd resell well, but actually the trigger arm he has is actually quite well posable on this version. So I'm thinking I might actually keep this for animating with, because again the joints are in really good nick for a TNA figure. There are some like red blood marks on him, which hopefully we can get off. But yeah, we're really happy with that bundle. At first I wasn't sure, but then I started looking up the prices. This was extinct on eBay. This was extinct on eBay. The Elix Skipper was like £14 at the cheapest on eBay. Cesaro's were like £7 on eBay. I think I put mine up for £4. And then obviously I've already sold the Goldberg for a £5. So there's a couple there that I wouldn't mind keeping. If that is what I end up doing, then that is fine, because ultimately we get our money back anyway. The next thing I bought was another one of the Matchbox Model A Fords for my collection. It's the Digestives one, and this is actually gorgeous. This is in absolutely amazing condition. There's not a ding on it. The wheels are immaculate. It's still silver. This could have been unboxed minutes before I bought it, to be honest. I didn't really look at it too much. I just sort of checked I didn't have it and grabbed it. £2 that was. But there's literally nothing on this other than the fingerprints I've put on it by admiring how good a condition it's in. So that one will go over there with the others. So, you know, it's not an offensive brand like the last one we picked up. Picked up a Epson cartridge for 50p. Checked on eBay, these were going for about £8.50. I put it up for £8.50, got an offer for £7 almost immediately. It was about an hour later, I think. Still umming and ahhing on that one. Might take it, might not. At the end of the day, 50p investment for £7 payoff is pretty good. But that being said, £8.50 would be better. We got a couple of bits of media. Again, 3 for 50p. Sealed 12 Dogs of Christmas. This is already sold for, I think, just £1 and £1 postage. Wasn't really pushing my luck on that. Jerry Maguire. I think this is up for £1.80 and £1 postage. And then Family Guy Season 4. I don't actually have this, so if it doesn't sell, it's fine. It's probably going to fall into the problem with box sets where, because people won't pay much for them and they are big and heavy, they aren't really worth selling. So if that is the case, that is the case. We'll just keep it. But 12 Dogs of Christmas is already gone for more than what we paid for the 3 of them, so we can't really argue with that. I think that's it. I think that's everything we actually bought. So now I think we can actually get into the bag of stuff that we got for free, basically. There was these sellers that Jess had seen before, just giving away. That wire is just dangling like a pendulum, isn't it? Had seen before, just giving away free stuff at the end of the day. So we went over. Jess kind of went in dead tactfully, and I kind of went in and went, well, it's free, grab this box. And then we split everything up. So all I'm showing here is everything that I got. So first of all, because it's the top of the bag, Master and Commander CD. It's not in great condition. Haven't checked the discs. Can't really be bothered. That one's actually in quite good nick. So far I haven't really been bothered enough to sort of take pictures of that and everything to list it. No, I haven't even looked it up. A lot of this stuff we haven't looked up yet. Couple of things. The Patriot, that doesn't really sell for much, so that's probably just gonna wait around or get bundled or something. This is England. That's a really good film. Don't have this on DVD anyway. Listed it on eBay anyway, but if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it. Keeping Mum. This is a DVD I always wanted to watch when I was a kid, so I'm going to check that out, but that's listed on eBay as well. I think that's worth a bit. I think that's about $3.50 as well. Coolio, Gangster's Paradise. This is in absolute shoddy condition. That might literally be recycling. The disc isn't great nick, so it might just get binned. X-Men 2. Much Ado About Nothing. FIFA Football 2004. LMA Manager 2003. Like, neither of these, the discs are in amazing condition, but you know, there's certainly worse out there. What else did we get? Halfway to Paradise by Billy Fury, whatever that is. Bad Boys, the motion picture soundtrack. That is in shoddy. That really needs a clean. Gene Pitney. Prodigy Firestarter. Prodigy Out of Space. First thing I actually picked up was this next thing, which was Peep Show Series 1, 2 and 3. Again, it's a box set, so it probably won't sell for anything worth getting, but I'm happy to keep that myself, even if it is on Netflix and Amazon Prime and every other bastard thing. Getting right deep into the bag now. As I say, me and Jess literally just grabbed this box and took it. Jazz 3 CD. Paul Blart Mall Cop. Sunderland's 21st International Air Show. I mean, some of this is absolute wank. Like, as I say, we did just pick up everything that was going. Not everything, we didn't take everything they had, but yeah. Embrace This New Day. Celine Dion, Taking Chances. Oasis, do you know what I mean? Who Put the M in Manchester? Morrissey. Phone Jacker, Series 1 and 2. I said this was a really weird assortment of things, but mostly my half is the DVDs and shit. Jess got the weird sort of porcelain bits and random stuff mostly. Death in the Shadows, Real Life Bon Jovi. There's a couple bits of media left in the bottom there. Maybe it's just one actually. Yeah, the Best of European Football Golden Moments 1. So that's all the random free DVDs and stuff. Got a wooden clock. I said there was some random stuff. Jess got most of it, but I got the wooden clock. And she had no interest in these, which are... it's going to kill me, this, because I'm tempted to just bundle them and just check them on eBay for like £1 just to get rid of them. Like £1 in postage. But we got a... I'm going to have to do 2 stacks because it's literally not going to fit on camera. We got a massive pile, or in this instance 2 piles of records. No idea what condition these are in. So I'm tempted to just bundle them all and say some of them, like dead cheap, and say some of them might not work. Don't have a clue what's in there. or I might sit and listen to all of them. It's a good way to learn new music, I suppose, getting a massive pile of free records and then listening through them. If we do have a record player, last couple of bits, we got a Paul Weller Greatest Hits copy. Yeah, a small white truck. You can go with them, why not? A Hot Wheels Batmobile from like the Christian Bale films. Again, you can go with them. And a little fire department sign. So yeah, we got some pretty odd shit from that. But that's what happens when you buy a random just box of dross. I said buy, you know, that's what happens when you just take a random box of dross. We just got all sorts. The last thing I've just realised is something I missed out because I've buried it here. I've covered it in parcels. It's not as great as I'd hoped, but you know, it was free. It's a bucket of soldiers. Now, to anyone else, this is probably just a bucket of soldiers, but I realised it's a Toy Story bucket of soldiers. Now, I've had a quick look. I have no idea if there are still 72 soldiers in here. Well, I know there's definitely up to 70 because the ones with parachutes definitely aren't there. And there's no certificate of authenticity. It is also filled with random other toy soldiers. There's actually these like cowboys and Indians sets in this as well. So I don't know what to do with that. I don't know whether to just sell that as a Toy Story bucket with extra bits in it, or whether to just chuck all the toy soldiers I don't want and keep the Toy Story ones and keep the bucket just for the fun of it. I really don't know. After getting all that stuff, we popped to the Stoke Silly charity shops. Didn't get much from there. Just got the this nice Gogglebox mug that I thought would be a good one for my dad for Christmas, just because it's got like two of his favourite couples on it. So I thought, yeah, that'll do perfectly. I also bought some black card, but I guess you don't really want to hear about that. Then the next day after that, we headed to the charity shop near me, which is a Bernardo's. I picked up a couple of random bags, because they are a charity shop that doesn't normally have much in. But in this instance, I noticed a bag of figures, just 3 figures, and I noticed that one of them was a Star Trek one. I thought for 50p, surely there's got to be a bit of profit in it. The next thing is a kind of Transformers-y Gundam kind of guy that I don't know much about, and my friend who knows a lot about Transformers and that kind of thing doesn't know what it is. So there's 2 things here. Either I can try and sell it on eBay as some random bit of tat. There's no markings on it at all apart from like a do not bin symbol on the back. So yeah, either I'll try and sell that, or it can just be kept for some kind of storyline in one of my future animations or something, which is what this guy is going to be for. I like these like sort of miscellaneous soldier guys because, you know, you can use them as your own characters in that kind of animation-y thing. But, you know, for 50p, I think it was definitely worth it. It was definitely worth it for the figures as usable animation-y bits. We also got a 50p bag of cars that I then found around the other side. It's just some random bits. A lot of them have like brown tyres and stuff, so they're good for Gaslands. The rest is kind of good for like Gaslands terrain. Like the bigger cars are good for just breaking down for terrain and that kind of thing. The last thing I got from there was this plush of Mr. Waternoose, which I just couldn't leave behind. I think he needs a bit of a wash, but I couldn't leave him behind. So that was £1.50. Then my dad was looking in a charity shop a bit later on while he was just waiting to give my mum a lift home, and he found this pop figure of Paige for £2, and this was, you know, in the box, mint box and everything. So I thought, well, for £2 I'll probably take any pop figure. I checked on the complete listings, and these are still, these have recently sold for still like the full pop asking price of like a tenner. So I've put that up for I think £9.50, and I'm optimistic that that will eventually go when someone comes looking for one, because there's none cheaper than that. So yeah, and unless I've missed anything out, the final, very final bit, the stuff I've just been out to pick up today, it's more wrestling stuff. I accidentally went down the rabbit hole a bit last night. I went looking for something on Facebook Marketplace that kept getting recommended to me, and then obviously once I wanted to find it I couldn't, and found a load of really good wrestling bundles that were really cheap. So this one is a full Money in the Bank ring. I'm just going to do that to put the ring on screen. It does need a clean, but it should be fine. I'm hoping all of the scaffolding is there. There's well, there's 3 bits there. I don't know how many there's meant to be. I'm just gonna have to put that together afterwards. I'm going to assume it's complete. There's a lot of scaffolding here. Yeah. Well, there's at least 3 of the base bits. That was my main worry, was if there aren't 3 of these base bits, then obviously you screwed. Comes with some ladders as well. One of them's complete, one of them has come apart. Yeah, there's 2 ladders there, one bigger than the other. There's the last base bit. So yeah, all the bits are there, hopefully. So we're going to grab all that scaffolding out of the way. Oh no, there goes the it had to be the digestive truck, didn't it? The digestive truck in great condition. Fuck, I think it's went all the way down to my metal bin. It could, yeah, that could be bad. Okay, let's go check on that. Nah, he's alright. He's alright, folks. It's going on the inside now, though. Fire department. And then with the money in the bank ring, we also got a bunch of figures. Arguably worth it on their own, to be honest. Oh, his head is impeccably loose. Oh my god. Look at this. That is the loosest head I've ever seen that wasn't not attached to the figure. But other than that, the Cena is in very good condition. John Cena is in pretty good condition. There's another John Cena. I think this is a... Oh, it's a trash talking John Cena, that one. Or tough talkers, whatever they're called. A basic Batista. Batista's always good. These are in immaculate condition, actually, to be fair. These are amazing condition. Wow, look at this guy. This is a Undertaker basic. That head is really nice. That's a very convincing Undertaker. He's Ministry basic. That's actually really nice. These figures are sick. We got a knockoff Thor. Whatever. Basic Rock. So as you can guess, even if you know nothing about wrestling figures, we're getting some really good figures out of this, like really big names and stuff. There's a trash talking Xavier Woods, and the elbow's not bent. That elbow bends, that one doesn't. That's bizarre. Yes, there's a tough talking Xavier Woods. I'll probably bundle that in the Cena, just see what they go for. Basic Brock Lesnar, again, big name. Basic Seth Rollins. These are in such good condition. A light, just one loose light, and a Money in the Bank briefcase came with the set, which explains why it's a sort of soft plastic rather than hard plastic. So we basically got a full Money in the Bank ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures. The Money in the Bank briefcase, which I guess goes with the ring. This dude. So 8 figures, a 9th thing, and a Money in the Bank ring. £10 that was, just to collect off Facebook Marketplace. So I'm thinking we can confidently make profit on that, on the ring, especially if we just tidy it up a bit. I'll probably keep it, to be honest, or at least keep the scaffolding. So that is everything we grabbed. So thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you think is the best pickup here. And goodbye, and stay tuned for future vids.